Hi, welcome to Rock and Metal Invasion. My name is Steve. On today's episode, I'm going to be doing Rock and Metal Invasion Goes Online Shopping. So, in my last video, I did Rock and Metal Invasion Goes Shopping, where I got some video footage of me going to some local record shops, and I've showed in another video some of the things that I picked up. But today I'm going to show you some things that I've purchased online. I'm not going to bother with video footage of me buying things online because that would be rather boring and unexciting of me just clicking on a mouse and typing some things up on the keyboard. But yeah, basically these things that I have purchased probably like over the last, nothing I guess older than sort of the last month or two, probably a couple months. So over the last couple months, they're all new records. So these are all new records that I've purchased online over the last sort of 2 months. So quite a bit actually, quite a bit to show. So let's get straight into it. First up, this is Fair to Midland, Fables from a Mayfly. What I tell you 3 times is true. So Fair to Midland are a great band, worth checking out. This actually came out on Surgical Strike, which is a label that Surge from System of a Down had set up. And there are some sort of similarities, I suppose, to System of a Down. They're quite an unusual band. They can be quite heavy, a little bit progressive, maybe. They've got interesting song titles. The Wife, the Kids, and the White Picket Fence is one of the titles here. The next song is April Fools and Eggman. Yeah, very interesting. But yeah, great songs. I really loved this album when it came out. I actually ordered this album on vinyl when it came out. Would have been, yeah, so 2007. I'm not sure if it came out on vinyl straight away, but it did get a vinyl release. And then I moved house and I didn't update my address. The vinyl got sent to my old address and I was never able to locate the vinyl. And I've noticed since then that it's like worth $500 or something like that on Discogs. So I was a little bit grumpy about that. I've had it on CD. But, yeah, would have loved to have got the vinyl copy when it first came out. But now I do because they've reissued it. So this is, came out on Music on Vinyl. So if you haven't heard them, check them out. Now, this has been showed quite a bit, but had to jump on this one when I heard Sabotage were getting a reissue. So this is... now, I haven't got them all. But definitely wanted Hall of the Mountain King, so I got that, and I also picked up Gutter Ballet, which is my favourite Sabotage album. And yes, it's the hype sticker stuck onto the cover. Yep, I did it on that one too. Crazy. Well, here's my thinking. I like the hype stickers, but cutting them off and sticking them in, it's just like, for me, a bit pointless. I'm not going to see it. I want to see the hype sticker, so I stuck it on the cover. I know that's not what you're probably supposed to do. But anyway, yeah, great albums. And these reissues, I mean, I already had the, like the original releases on vinyl, but I thought these reissues were better. So I sold my... original release, and actually for pretty much what I bought these for, maybe even a bit more. So I didn't lose any money, and yeah, you get like Hall of the Mountain King. I got the edition that comes with 7-inch vinyl. I think people have showed this quite a bit on the VC, got them all out and everything, so I'm not going to do that because I've got a lot to show. But yeah, it comes with a 7-inch vinyl. It's just an awesome package. The Gutter Ballet actually comes with a 10-inch vinyl single. It's a gatefold. Yeah, it's really nice. Nice booklet in there. Yeah, just lots of little goodies in there. Totally worth getting if you're into them. Now, this one might be a new one to some people. It's not a new band. This is a reissue. It never came out on vinyl when it was initially released, and I think would have been around about 1999, I'm thinking. Yeah, 1999. And this is Orange 9mm and Pretend I'm Human. Now, I'm not a massive fan of their other albums, but this one is just got so many great tracks on it. Off the top of my head, probably my favourite track is Alien, but the title track's really good too. Yeah, just a Tightrope is also very good. Yeah, great. I was really surprised, but really pleased when I saw that this had been reissued on vinyl. And awesome packaging. This came out on 30-something records. I haven't got anything from them before, purchased anything from them before. But it actually comes with a fly swat, which, that's not something you get with every record. Really nice poster in there. Yeah, it comes in sort of an orange plastic cover. Yeah, really nice. And like I said, great album, worth checking out. That was their final album. They didn't release another one after that. Another great band, great album. This is my favourite album, but I've got all their albums on CD. But and I've got their debut on vinyl. But apart from their debut, this is the only other album I have on vinyl, and it's Masters of Reality and Sunrise on the Suffer Bus. So the hype sticker here, 1992 classic. Baker on drums. I was annoyed I'd missed this when it had been reissued on vinyl a few years ago. I thought, that maybe I've missed out. That would miss my chance, but it's come back available again. Production by Chris Goss, Ginger Baker, and Googe. The three guys, basically. I'm probably not saying everyone's name correctly there, but three guys from the band. Chris Goss has gone on and produced other bands, but this is kind of one of his main bands he was in. Just every track on this one, like, they're a great band, and their other albums are really good, but for me, this one is like every song's a winner. Yeah, great stuff. Now, as you know or may know, living in New Zealand, shipping can be a bit expensive. So when I'm buying these records, often I'll just get some other records at the same time, because that just cuts down on the shipping charge a little bit. So I decided to get Rage Against the Machine and Renegades. Now, I'm not saying that I don't like this album. Obviously, I bought it. I do like it, but it wasn't an essential purchase. But I thought it was a pretty good price. Throw that in with another couple of records I was buying, and it kind of makes it more worthwhile. But yeah, this, I think, is their last studio album. It's a covers album. And to be honest with you, I'm not that familiar with a lot of the original versions of these songs. So a lot of these songs, when I first heard them, were kind of new to me anyway. But probably my favourite one is Beautiful World, which is originally done by Devo. And I really love their version. It's not a heavy song at all, but I think they do a nice job of it. But lots of good songs on it. And happy to have that one. And I've got the only album I don't have on vinyl from Rage Against the Machine of studio albums is Evil Empire, which I'm not, as my least favourite one. So maybe one day I'll get that, but not in a rush. Okay, so next one I'm going to show. Now, these guys, they released their debut album in 1999, and they kind of were one of the bands that were first able to sort of say, hey, getting a little bit 80s rock is not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with it, and that is Buck Cherry. And so this has been released on vinyl at last, which is awesome. It's got, of course, the hit song, and like probably their best song ever, Lit Up. It's a classic as far as I'm concerned. Great song. Production by Terry Date and Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. This, for me, is their best album. They've been a bit inconsistent, I think, with albums after this. This one I really love. So, happy to have that one on vinyl. I'll just quickly show this one. Aussie. Nice to have that one on vinyl. Black Rain, of course, and I would like Scream and Osmosis and Down to Earth, if they could be released on vinyl, that would be. I mean, I know that they're out on vinyl, but they're really hard to get. Obviously, you could have got the box set, which has all their albums in there, but I don't really want to spend $1 million for that. So, yeah, hopefully those other. It was good to see that one's come out on vinyl as a sort of separate release, and hopefully those other albums will at some time as well. Next one, Motley Crue, Greatest Hits. Felt like I had to have this. Now, actually, to be honest with you, I already had this. A few years ago, I was living in a place that had a flood, and some of my records got very wet, which was a little bit annoying. My landlord gave me $50 compensation, which, I thought, okay, it's better than nothing. But when you think about it, when your records get water damaged, $50 is not really covering it. Maybe this was 5 or 6 years ago, but still, yeah. So I wasn't that happy, but the record was fine, and it did dry out. But the cover got a bit wavy, and then when I saw that this was available again, I thought I'd buy that, and I sold my my other album that wasn't in the best cover-wise anyway. It wasn't in the best condition. So yeah, nice to have a nice copy of that. This is good to have just because I don't have decades of decade of decadence, and so I did want Primal Scream on vinyl, but it's also got some of the newer songs like Saints of Los Angeles. I don't have that on vinyl, so it's good to have that one. To be honest with you, that's the title track from their last studio album, and probably the only song on that album I particularly like. So good to have that. I like their new song, Sick Love Song, and If I Die Tomorrow. I like those. So and they're on here. So I mean, when this was initially released, it didn't have some of those newer songs on it, so it's quite nice that they added those on. So, because the Greatest Hits initially, this came out in, I think it was like 1999 or something like that. It was just looked exactly like this. It had 2 new songs on it, which aren't on here. So it's replaced it with these newer songs. So yeah, this vinyl reissue, I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but obviously it wasn't 1999, so it's a slightly different version to the initial version that came out. But yeah, it's got all the hits on there as well. It's kind of good. 2 LP. All right, now to be honest with you, these I didn't pick up over the last couple of months, but have picked up maybe about 6 months ago. I just wanted to show them because I think I did really well to find them. They were brand new. They're part of the Rocktober reissue. So it's Faster Pussycat, their debut album, and Faster Pussycat, Wake Me When It's Over. So Rocktober is the sticker on there, and they got reissued in 2016. So these are brand new, and I just thought I'd show that because their third album has just been released on vinyl, and I've ordered that, so that's coming. So it's kind of nice to have their first 3 albums, in pretty much brand new condition. And I mean, I'm not the biggest Faster Pussycat fan. I know that some people might compare them to Guns N' Roses. I don't think they're quite up to that sort of standard, but then again, it's Guns N' Roses, so it's, not easy to be up to that standard, perhaps. But obviously similar kind of vibe, quite similar as well, I guess, to LA Guns, Junkyard, bands like that. But yeah, they've got some good songs. And nice to have in the collection. Interesting that this their debut was released on the same day as Appetite for Destruction. Alright, completely different type of music, I suppose. The type of music that perhaps killed Faster Pussycat type music, and this is Pearl Jam. But I do like Pearl Jam, and this is their second album, which I think is known as Versus, but you wouldn't know it by looking at the album title, or the album cover. It hasn't actually got that written anywhere on here. It's just got Pearl Jam on the spine. But, I mean, I really like Go, Animal. The first 2 tracks are really good. And there's a few other good songs on there too. So I just picked up their debut album as well on vinyl, a few months earlier. So I thought, yeah, let's add that one as well. And that's where I'm stopping. Just the first two, Pearl Jam, is all I really need on vinyl. I was tossing up Rearview Mirror. I think their greatest hits. I was tossing that up. But I don't think I'm going to bother. I do like Not For You. I think This Is Not For You. That is a great song. That's on their third album. But I've got a 45 of that, like a single of that. So I'm good. I'm good with Pearl Jam now, I think. All right, now this actually only just came in today, and I ordered it. This is how slow sometimes things can be to get down here. I ordered it. Granted, it's coming from Germany, but I ordered it. I think it was late April. So we're nearly in late July. But it did, and I was getting a bit worried. Like, am I going to get this? It turned up today, and so it's still sealed. Looking forward to playing it. It's Black Label Society, Alcohol Fueled Brutality Live +5. I've had this on CD, but yeah, when I saw this was getting a vinyl issue, I thought, yeah, this is great. I have to check that one out. So, I love Black Label Society, especially the earlier albums. And this is what this has, because this was this is not like a new release. This is a reissue on vinyl. So it's got a lot of his earlier albums on it. It's got a lot of songs from his earlier albums on it. I didn't know this was being released, but I was just one of my local shops that I go to sometimes just to have a little look through. So actually, this is probably the only thing in here. But I'm still gonna put it in here. I didn't actually realize at the time. Oh, this is actually not an online purchase, but I'll put it in here because I am showing new records. Because usually if I know something's coming out, I'll tend to sort of look it up and find it and work out if I want to buy it or not. But I didn't even know it was coming out, but it was in the a local record shop, and just saw it there, brand new, and thought, yeah, I'll grab that. And it's Static X and Start a War. So all of the Static X albums, pretty sure, except for, all of them have been released on vinyl now, except for their sort of rare B-sides type album that they put out. That's only on CD, but yeah, all their studio albums are on vinyl now, and it's not my favourite. The first and Shadow Zone is probably my favourite, but yeah, it's got some good songs on it, so yeah, I wanted to get that. Okay. Next up. Now, I had this album on vinyl, but I didn't have this version. This is The Cult and Electric. So, basically, they have put Electric, the album, on vinyl, which is nothing new. But they've also issued it as with another album, which they've called Peace, which is basically the sessions that they did before they hooked up with Rick Rubin. So it's got different productions, but I think it's pretty much the same songs. But yeah, it's the sessions that they did prior to, so produced by Steve Brown. And slight. I think it might be a few different songs, but pretty much the same songs that are on Electric. But so it's quite interesting to hear the different versions there. So it's a 2 LP. So you got Peace and Electric all in one package. So I thought, yeah, that's worth getting. And also sticking with the Cult, I thought I had to get this. It's just their singles release, so Pure Cult, the singles, kind of like a greatest hits, I guess. This covers 84 through to 1995, which I have most of that already on vinyl, but I don't have the Cult, so their album that they released after Ceremony, and there's a few songs on that album that I like and that are on here, so I thought good chance to get those ones on vinyl. So yeah, it's and they're such a great band. So many. I mean, this is this greatest hits is just every song's a winner as far as I'm concerned, pretty much. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now the next three I'm going to show all from the same band, but such a great band, and awesome that these are all now available on vinyl. I mean, they have been, but they've been hard to get sometimes and very expensive. I don't have their debut, and I'm not Wrench, I think that it's called. I'm not that fussed about that one, but Blues for the Red Sun, Bias I'm talking about here, of course, is a classic. Then after that, they put out Welcome to Sky Valley, which is almost as good. And then after that, their final album, And the Circus Leaves Town, which, again, kind of got less good as after Blues for the Red Sun, but still good. Yeah, stoner metal kind of band, well, influential band, and as far as that genre is concerned. Yeah, and I remember when I first heard Blues for the Red Sun. Am I saying that correctly? I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, Blues for the Red Sun. These guys are amazing. Couldn't stop playing that album. Okay, so three from them. Also, now I'm going to show you another three for. This is three from a band called, they're quite well known, Within Temptation. So just decided I've got to get into these guys. Well, I was already into them, but I've got to get these guys on vinyl. I haven't actually had a chance to have a good listen to it yet, but I've got all the stuff on CD. But when I saw it was available on vinyl, I thought, yep, I should get this. So this is music on vinyl. They're all music on vinyl releases. It says here it's got a comic book. This one here, it's got a comic book. It's got bonus tracks. It's limited edition of 5,000. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Heart of Everything. Expanded edition. Yeah, so it's got some acoustic songs on it. But this is probably my favourite Within Temptation album. Silent Force. Yeah. And so yeah, great to have on vinyl. And yeah, I have a couple of other albums as well on vinyl, but I've had those for a little while. So those their older albums are actually the ones I've just got in. All right, now next one. I'm a bit grumpy about this album. I like it, of course. I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't, but the price was kind of hard to understand. This is Slipknot in Iowa. So I really love the song People Equal Shit. Love that song, and I thought, yeah, I'd really love to hear that on vinyl. I'd love to have this album on vinyl. But I tell you what, this was like $100 pretty much everywhere in the record shops where I live, and I don't know how they sort of justify that kind of price. I did end up buying it because I was the shop was offering a 20% off discount, so I thought $80. It still seems like a lot of money, but okay, I'll do it. I'll go there for $80. Doesn't seem quite so bad. But yeah, I don't know how this works. Maybe someone can tell me why that gets released and it's so expensive. And I've looked online; it's expensive online as well. So yeah, I don't really quite get it. Especially as the album that they had reissued a few months, maybe a month or two. So that got reissued on vinyl. And then their debut got reissued on vinyl maybe a month or two before then. It wasn't cheap either, but it wasn't like that much money. So it was like, for me anyway, New Zealand dollars, it was like 65 New Zealand dollars, 70 New Zealand dollars, something like that. So, you know. Anyway, yeah, I love their first three albums. Their third album's just about to, well, it has just been released on vinyl, so I will be picking that up at some point very soon, and then that's where I kind of will be stopping. Only into their first three albums, but yeah, they're good. All right, nearly finished. Quite a bit to get through. This next one is a band called Gemini Syndrome, and yeah, this is their first album that they've actually had out on vinyl. This is their third album. They're kind of Tool mixed with Five Finger Death Punch, kind of. Yeah, so yeah, I like it though. I like all their albums. Yeah, so interesting. This album's been out for a little while. This is not a new release, but it's only just been put out on vinyl. So it'll be one of those situations where the vinyl wasn't available or wasn't ready. They still went out and released it on CD at least when it was on release day. But I just these days I'm waiting now. If a band I like putting out an album, it's only on CD. Well, I'm not going to buy it because if I'm going to buy something now, I really want it on vinyl. These days I kind of expect it to be released on vinyl, and if it isn't, then I'm assuming it will be at some point. There's been a few albums released recently, like Motionless in White. Their new album only available on CD, so I'm not going to buy it. But I assume it will get a vinyl release at some point, sometimes fairly soon. But there's other bands like Fozzy have just released their new album, no vinyl release. So I'm not quite sure why that is. Yeah, I mean, I used to, a few years ago, the band putting out an album that I like, yeah, I'll support them. I'll buy their CD. But because I knew it wasn't, I wasn't expecting it to get a vinyl release, I'll just buy the CD. But now I'm kind of expecting a vinyl release. So waiting for that. If it doesn't eventuate, then I'm probably not gonna buy their album. Because I can download it or stream it pretty easily. All right, and this is another example. So this is a band called Wage War. Kind of metalcore, I suppose. Pretty melodic though. It's got some clean vocals. Yeah, I like them. I like their previous album as well. But again, this is a 2021 release, but only got released on vinyl this year. It could just be that, the hold up at the record manufacturers just resulted in them just having to release it on CD, and there was a hold up on the vinyl. I picked up this one. It was cheap, so I thought, why not? I like Saliva. I like certain tracks from certain albums. So they've got nothing else. I don't think you can get anything else on vinyl. So I thought, yeah, I'll check this out. It's a bit of a sort of a best of. Though interestingly, it's only actually got like 6 songs on it. So they're re-recorded songs. So it's got Your Disease, Click Click Boom. Some of their more well-known songs re-recorded. They don't have the same vocalists they had when they first started. And it's on Megaforce Records, which is kind of surprising. Again, this is probably another one of those albums that I've just picked up because save on shipping. Why not just add another album? These guys are a pretty safe bet for me. This is 3 Days Grace. This is their latest album, Explosions. I don't love it, but it's okay. And there's some good songs on here. Neurotic, which features Lucas Rossi, who was on the Rockstar Supernova. I've talked about it on my channel before. That's a good song actually, but interesting. He put that song out like 6 years ago, so it's interesting that it's come out. I heard that song 6 years ago. It's come out on this album. But So Called Life, I Am the Weapon. There's some reasonable songs on here. Like I said, they're kind of a safe bet for me. I was like, yeah, I like it. Am I going to play it a lot? Probably not, but happy to. I think I've got all their albums either on CD or vinyl. And last one. This is really good. This album. This is Scold. Tim Scold is the person, and this is called Dead God. Now, I think initially this album was recorded, I think about 2004, something like that. But it didn't get released. Tim Scold went off and did albums with Marilyn Manson, so it was kind of put on hold. Some of the songs have been, here we go, 2002 it was actually. It says here, the first ever official release of the legendary leaked 2002 album. So some of the songs had already been leaked, but this has got 10 songs. It's really awesome. This is not his first album or anything. He's got other albums. His debut solo album is also worth checking out. You can't get it on vinyl, but I think that came out in 96. If you kind of like industrial 9 Inch Nails kind of metal. yeah, it's good. Of course, interesting thing about Tim Skold is he used to be the vocalist for Shotgun Messiah, so the hair metal band. So quite a transformation. One of the few guys who went from hair metal into another genre, was fairly successful. Yeah, it's a good album. All right, 30 minutes. So I think I did pretty well with all those records to get through that in that time. Hope you enjoyed that. And next time I will do my rock and metal invasion goes shopping. Oh, it goes online shopping. Second-hand vinyl. So I'll be showing some of my second-hand vinyl that I picked up online. All right, catch you later. See ya.